The new OG chapter of Fortnite has caused a huge problem for mobile players, so let me explain. Now, as you all are very well aware, a few days ago on November 3rd, Epic Games released arguably one of the most hyped updates in the last few years of Fortnite's existence, bringing back the OG nostalgic Chapter 1 Season 5 map for everyone to replay and reminisce in for the first time in over 5 years. Now, for a little bit of context, prior to this update coming out in Chapter 4, Fortnite would average anywhere from 1 to 2 million players online across all of the game modes, and that's still a very respectable number of players online. But if you take a look at this chart, this has been Fortnite's player count ever since the OG update dropped. Yes, you're reading that correctly. Over 6 million players were online just a few hours ago. That means the peak player count is tripled of what the servers usually have, and with everyone wanting to relive all of the OG memories that they created back in Chapter 1 Season 5, a lot of people have been wanting to play the OG Fortnite on mobile because that's where a lot of people started, either on iOS or Android, just hopping in, playing with their PC or console friends, or just playing in those awesome mobile exclusive lobbies we used to have back in the day. And so originally this video was going to be an updated tutorial on how you guys can play Fortnite on either iOS or Android, but that's where I realized we have a huge problem. Now, if you are curious as to how to play Fortnite mobile on iOS or Android, I will leave my most up-to-date guide down below in the description. All the methods work and all the information is still valid and accurate, but I was just gonna make an updated version so that people knew they were getting the most up-to-date information on how to play Fortnite on mobile. But when I went to go test some of the methods, I realized that this new chapter has caused a huge problem for existing mobile players and new players who want to hop on. And so to showcase this, we are on the NVIDIA GeForce Now cloud gaming platform, which is the only way you're able to play Fortnite mobile on iOS. And if we go and try to launch Fortnite on a free account, by the way, this is not an account with a subscription of NVIDIA GeForce Now. It is a completely free-to-play account. Well, it'll analyze my network for a few seconds, and then it's going to put me in a queue of 749 players. Yeah, that's not a joke. There are 747 people in my region, not the world, in my region, who are looking to play Fortnite mobile ahead of me. And so because I'm also really curious as well, I'm gonna sit here for the next, I don't know, maybe half hour, 2 hours to see just how long it takes for me to actually play Fortnite on mobile. And yes, although this is on the Android platform, the queue times are the exact same for iOS and Android. So yeah, let's go see how long this takes. Yeah, it has been 39 minutes and we went from 750 in line to 480. So I'm assuming the wait is probably around 2 hours, maybe a little bit more, because once you get to the front of the line, you're really not going to want to back out. And if you think that's bad, someone just sent me a screenshot on Twitter of the wait for the Xbox cloud gaming service being over 4 hours long. And so it's pretty conflicting as a mobile player, because on one hand, I'm really excited and happy that Fortnite mobile is reaching such insane player counts. And for a little bit more insight, Fortnite tweeted today that yesterday was Fortnite's most played day ever. The game has been out for almost 6 years now, or maybe over 6 years, and yesterday there was over 45 million players, almost 50 million players that logged into the game and played over 100 million hours of playtime, which is just absolutely wild that a game that is this old can still pull this many players with an update of this kind. But again, as a mobile player, it's pretty conflicting because we don't really get to experience all of this nostalgia that everyone else is getting to experience. Because if you're just an average mobile player, if you're someone who grew up playing the game and you want to experience those memories again on the platform you started playing or you still played before the ban, well, to be honest, it's just probably not going to happen because of the queue times on NVIDIA GeForce Now and Xbox Cloud Gaming. You're either gonna have to wait hours and hours to play cloud gaming, which I'm gonna be honest, it's playable, it's acceptable, and it is Fortnite, but it is not an optimized version of the game. There's input delay. You have to have like super fast internet for cloud gaming to even be viable in the first place. So if you're using cellular data or if your home Wi-Fi is a little bit slow, then there's a really good chance that you're gonna play cloud gaming for 1 or 2 games, realize, dude, the input delay is crazy, the lag is terrible, this isn't worth it. Or even if you have really great internet like myself, it still isn't even really comparable to the actual native version of Fortnite on devices where you install it, you download it, and you play it that way. And so seeing Fortnite reach these crazy levels of popularity again is super bittersweet, because I would love nothing more than to experience it like I did back in the day, because that's what everyone's doing. Is everyone's hopping on their Xbox, or everyone's hopping on their PC, everyone's hopping on the platform that they used to love to play Fortnite on, and again, they used to make all those memories on. But for us mobile players, if you're an iOS player, you can't download it off the iOS App Store, and if you would like to play cloud gaming like I've shown, it's just kind of not feasible at the moment. There's really only two scenarios in which, if you're an iOS player, you'll be able to experience this season. The first one being is you play at some ridiculous random times of the day for your region, that either being super early in the morning when no one is on, or you have to play really late at night as well when everyone's sleeping. So basically you'd have to play when everyone is sleeping. That way there's less people in the queue and you get a better chance of actually being able to play the game. You can also buy a subscription to Nvidia GeForce Now, but again, I wouldn't recommend it because it's $20 a month. It's really expensive, and I don't think that's worth it to just play Fortnite mobile. The other way you'd get to play Fortnite on iOS this season is if the season declines in popularity, but I really don't know if that's going to happen. The season's only a month long, which is going to give people a lot of FOMO or fear of missing out. So people are going to play as much Fortnite as they possibly can over this next month. Also, Epic Games is planning on doing virtually an update every single week to the map, to the loot pool, to the modes, to the guns. And so it's going to be evolving rapidly. There's going to be tons of changes, tons of updates. And so I don't really see the season declining in popularity. The third and probably small reality is that some way, shape, or form, Nvidia GeForce Now and Xbox somehow massively open up the availability to their platform. But I don't think there's a good chance of this happening, because they knew in advance that the player counts are going to be crazy and a lot of people were going to be interested in this. And so far, they haven't made any adjustments. If there's any chance you're going to play Fortnite mobile on iOS this season, it's going to be way later on down the season, which isn't fun because everyone wants to play it right now when it's new, when it's hip, when it's fresh. And for all of you thinking, well, what about Android? Yes, you can still play Fortnite mobile on Android, but for some reason this season, the optimization, especially on my $1,000 tablet, which by the way, I'm still in line, and it has been almost an hour and a half, and we are still 329th in line, which is just crazy to say. But the optimization on this tablet is decent, but it's nothing special. It's nothing spectacular. I can play the game, I get good frame rate, I drop some frames in build battles, and I have some laggy moments, but it's just, it doesn't feel special. Like Fortnite back in the day ran so smooth. It ran like butter. There was no frame drops, there was no lag, there was no stuttering. The graphics were crisp, the graphics were amazing. It was mobile only lobbies, and on Android, there's frame drops, there's stutters, the graphics are worse, they aren't mobile only lobbies. So even if you do get the opportunity to play Fortnite mobile in this OG format, virtually nothing's the same. Yes, it's the same map, but everything feels off. It's not really nostalgic for me in any way, shape, or form, because I'm not playing with the people I used to play with. I'm not playing on the servers I used to play on. I'm not playing on the tablet I used to play on. So there's so much that has changed for us mobile players who do get to experience it, that it's just not, it doesn't feel the same. And as we know, all this could be different if Fortnite Mobile was on iOS. And again, as I've been letting you guys know, there's a small chance, or a pretty decent chance, that in a few months, we might be able to download Fortnite Mobile on iOS through sideloading. But there's no chance that we'll be able to get Fortnite on iOS through sideloading in time to play the OG chapter of Fortnite. And yeah, it's just tough. It's just bittersweet all around as a mobile player. Like I said, I love to see the success this season is getting. I love to see the community feedback. But when I play it, I just struggle. I struggle to enjoy it. I struggle to have fun, because all I'm doing is thinking to myself, man, if only I could play this season on an iPad and with all the players I used to play with, this would truly be an incredible experience. But I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. So if anything changes in regards to cloud gaming and giving you guys more availability, I'll probably release a video before the OG chapter ends, but I have a pretty small feeling that that's actually gonna be reality. So if you're looking to play Fortnite, really PC, console, and downloading on Android is the only way, as iOS is just not a realistic option this season. But as always, I'll keep you guys up to date on everything you need to know regarding Fortnite Mobile, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.